Good afternoon, Smelly Vision lavender fans. Apologies for the humans. I did debate doing an early noon where there was less humans, especially small ones, wandering around. In fact, our movement snack with me at a tractor was scuppered. I was all ready to go live, and then a small person came dashing up and wanted to be on the tractor. So I thought, I can't deny the tractor. I mean, I am 54, so I thought I'm not going to fight a 4-year-old for a spot on a tractor. I thought about it. I was that close, because it was a perfect spot on the tractor, because the tractor wheel was the seated option. Afternoon, Bolton. I was just explaining how I had the perfect spots for movement snack and seated option on the wheel of a tractor, but a small person came up and wanted the seat. So this thus means there's no seated option. But look, I brought you here. I brought you here, lavender fans. I've been to all the best places. So again, apologies, I don't have a seated option because it was stolen from me by a small child. So I've got a sweatshirt to hand. You might want to grab a tea towel or something that you're comfortable to do a bit of grip and go. The small person's gone from the tractor. No, now I'm conflicted. I don't know what to do. Wait. No, let's. What I'll do is. No, because there might be some other small. No, I'm going to stay here. It would have been a bit like Anna Rice then if we'd gone running over to the tractor. Just deciding. 54-year-old fights 5-year-old child for a tractor wheel is what the headlines would read here in Hitchin. I'm in Hitchin. Hitchin is where I am. Had a swim at Hitchin Lido, and then look, it smells amazing. If it existed, it would be the most amazing smelling movement snack ever. But it is making me nostrils twitch a bit, getting a bit twist, and you can do your own snipping. Look, snippity snip, 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 snipperoony with your own bag of. Oh, how good is that? Oh my goodness me, that smells so good. Anyway, as you can see, I'm quite excited about the lavender fields. I could have told you I was in France. Kels is going to be posting pictures from the lavender fields in France, and here I am in Hitchin. Right, so have you got something tuggable then? So apologies, tractor wheel stolen from me by a small child, so I don't have a seated option, but have one to hand if you would like. Sit or stand, you must come here, Maddie, you must, you absolutely must. It's amazing, and the coffee's really good as well. And there's also other wildflowers, and there's a whole field of sunflowers that are waiting to pop. And there's an amazing bug hotel. Honestly, if I was a little bit smaller, I would have stayed there myself. It's got a roof, it's got a felt roof, it's got bricks, it's got timber, it's got wood, it's got slabs. It's incredible. I mean, up against some of the accommodation that I do stay in, that bug hotel knocks spots off it. Loddington. No, we're in Hitchin. Hertfordshire. Hertfordshire, Hitchin. Look, I look like I've been at a festival. It's actually, this means I'm okay to snip in a lavender field. Right, come on then, something to grip and grasp. All lovely scene behind you. Yeah, there's a big cornfield at the back there as well, which is lovely. Right, it's a bit bright but no sun in a kind of weird way. So, apologies. You see, that's why we didn't go back to the tractor, because now there's small children everywhere. Right, folks, where would you like to be? A bit more tilt here, in tripod. All right, have your tea towel to hand. or wang it over your shoulder. Pick your position. I might just walk off and just let you have a look at that look. That's what I feel like I should do. And I don't want to trample on the lavender during the circ boost. So extra lift and extend. If you want some external support, a table to the front or to the side, start steady, stay steady. Keep the knees on the low. Try to get more movement around your ankles, feet and toes. Less wind here today than we had at the 8 AM, but can you hear the snow people? It's not my favourite sound, but I'll let it go. The smell is better than the sound here. Then you can add in the other part, so it might be shoulders and legs all in one, or you may prefer to go slow and big on the top end. So there's 3 key things happening here, or 4 actually, at least. More active upright posture position. Maintain that whilst you take the shoulder range, moving forwards and back. These are fundamental ranges of motion in all of your daily activities. If legs are involved, remove the balance by having your hands on a fixed firm support. Oh goodness, trains, planes, bees, bug hotels, it's all here. And then you might want to bring it all into play. So you've got your shoulders, your hips, your ankles, feet, toes, your active parts, and this rhythmical, steady kind of activity is going to bring with it a deep breathing smell and a light lift in the heart rate. So you've increased the circulation, you've increased the blood flow, therefore the heart rate is lightly lifted to get more oxygen out to all the moving parts, and of course all of that can take place in a seated position as well. It's not a good noise, is it? It's not a good sound. Rest assured it smells better than it sounds. Unfortunately, you can't smell it, you can only hear it. Now, you might be in a sit position, in a chair of about knee height, into active sit, and then all those same prompts that I just said. Steady with the shoulders, you might want to go diagonals, and if you are in a seated position, also involving the legs and the ankles, feet and toes. So if you're in a sit, drive the march from the feet, aim to keep the knees low. And apologies, I don't have a chair. I was going to sit on that tractor wheel right there, but as you can hear, the children have spoiled it for us. Just going to give them a dirty look. Okay, here we go then. Some moves from your day. We did some of these earlier this week, so let's grab a tea towel, something similar. The more squid you've got, the wider this, the more comfortable it might be for your grip. So you've got your everyday grip and grasp. It might be more comfortable to have your thumb on top. So just get the position so that you're about shoulder width apart. Sit or stand, you choose. So this is one for active posture positions to fix and stabilise the trunk while you take a steady reach and pull. Reach and pull. Back to base each time if you want, or keep it more rhythmical, and it can be as small or as big as you would like. So you can keep the elbows low or high, and then take a pause. Now, using that as the base action of kind of both arms reach, kind of your functional reach, push and pull in there. If you would like, you can then add some extra resistance. When you add extra resistance, you've got more muscle activity and you start to move into more strength-based activity. So you're going to feel that more in your muscles, which is normal and good and proper. I think I might sneeze. So if you start to feel kind of this localized fatigue in your shoulders, this is normal, this is good. Take a pause, have a rest, and then go again. So set it up then. An outward tug is going to create extra resistance, and then a resisted pull. So it's pull and resist and switch off. Pull and resist and switch off. That is how very simply, you can either scale up or scale down the amount of resistance. I really might have a sneeze in a minute. In stand, folks. Sneeze might be coming. Look at the light, look at the light. I think it's gone. No. Oh, blast and damn it, it's gone. Right. Oh dear, someone's not enjoying the lavender. I'm really sorry for their sound effects, folks. If you're in stand and you'd like to add some legs on that, just put in a bit of quick feet. Make sure that you're confident to take these steps without support. Just rehearse some forward steps. And then, as life requires, arms and legs moving together. So you can add, I don't want to step on the lavender too much, a step or more of a deep step. And the more of those you string together, you've got shoulders, trunk, thighs as well. Plus you're going to increase that light lift with the heart rate again. So take regular frequent breaks, have a pause. Never work with lavender in children, folks. All of that is the same in sit, of course. With your seated position the same. There you go. Alright, have a pause. Change of range. So palms up position now. Like so. So this is more you pull. And you're using, you're activating all the muscles around the spine, all of your pulling activities, and now you'll grip and grasp in a palm up position. So have a squeeze.
Great.
Okay, this one then. So start with the elbows in a bend, and then squeeze back, and squeeze your shoulder blades together. If you want to add extra muscle tension, it's an outward tug and then a pull back. And then release and pause after each one. Wherever there is kind of strength-based activity, take a couple, feel that fatigue start to build, positive, then have a pause and a switch off. Maintain your usual breathing and release the grip frequently. If you're in stand and you would like to add some complexity and some coordination, there's a lower limb add-on. Before you bring the arms and legs together, rehearse and practice the backward step. If you feel the need to have some external support, just keep that as a backward step practice. If you feel confident that you don't require your hand on external support, you could go for a step back and a pull. Back to base, get your balance, out, step back. So it's a tug, out, and then a step back. All right, have a pause. Let's give the upper limb a bit of a rest. In stand, take in knees in threes. So that's a knee bend with the feet parallel. Step to slightly wider knee bend, back to base, and then take a forward step, back heel on the floor, and then a 50-50 knee bend, and then of course the other leg forward. So that sideways profile is the step forward, knee bend. So that's the knees, the lower limb working as part of your functional reach or picking up objects. And while you've got this, why not add a bit of extra squeeze and tug? Get your extra grippage on the go, give your wrists, it's a great bone loading activity to get some extra resistance through the wrists. What's good for your muscles is good for your bones. I think that's it. Quick recap, you can't see. Of course, add anything else in the mix that you would like. But I think we did the resisted pull, and that could have been with legs, could be alternating. Same in sits, exactly the same in sits. Then there was the squeeze, exactly the same in that sit position, extra squeeze and tension. Then there was the knees in threes meaning three different positions, wide, and then on a split stance, and then finishing up with some multiple directional different tugs. Okay, so clearly small child is not very happy. I wanted to leave you with a peaceful view of the lavender, but that's not going to happen. Okay, tune in, folks, for the worst sound in the world, but the best smell. All right, apologies again, no seated option. I'll make sure the 4 p.m. I have a sit-down version. It's really bright, quite uncomfortable. All right, folks, I'll leave you with the lavender and see you in about 4 hours.